It's the middle of the month, and it's the middle of the Ghana Premier League season. 15th May, 15 league matches played, and that's how we welcome you to the sports on Pulse. I'm Gary Al Smith. So, who was your favorite team of the Ghana Premier League? Who do you think was the weakest? Who do you think was the most successful at home and away? Which player surprised you and was fantastic, made you feel like, wow, there's talent in the Ghana Premier League? That's what we'll be doing here. I am here with Ridwan Ibrahim Asante of the Joy Sports Desk. First of all, we'll be looking at the match that led us into this position, the match day 15. And don't forget that we'll be starting the second round. We are not too clear about when it is. However, initial dates tell us that it's the 28th of May. Ridwan, so quick overview of the first round of the Ghana Premier League as somebody who watches it. First of all, these are the scores of yesterday and Saturday's games. We saw the biggest scoring in Accra, Dansoma and Hearts of Oak winning by 3-0 against Liberty Professionals, who I must say spent a lot of time bragging before the game. Bolga All Stars were beaten again by Mediama 2-1. Elmina Sharks won by 1-0 in the in the Central Regional Derby, if you like. Also, if we go up there, we see Wafa, who are top of the league, finishing the way they have gone on for many a game. 2-0 against Inter Allies, Bichem United 1-1. Chelsea 0-0, and Kotoko again drawing 0-0. Ashgold winning pricelessly, if I should say, beating the reigning league champions by 1-0. Red?
Yeah, good results for especially Ashgold, who won, just to move from the bottom of the table to second bottom. And that was the first win also for Coach Siki Akono, who took charge of the side, just last month. And also, if you check the results for Great Olympics, they've gone 2 matches without defeat. That they've never had that, in the Premier League this season. After beating Kotoko, you end a draw away, and it was a game that they should have won. Chelsea didn't come to the party at all. So another, good results there, for Olympics as they fight to escape relegation. It looks very tight. They are still third from bottom, and it doesn't look like anything will change. Every club is going to maintain his form, in the second round. Then the third class, Boga will stand at the foot of the table, Ashgold, and then Great Olympics will be in deep hot waters.
So, overview of the first round of the league so far. What would you say? There's been some excitement. We've seen a bump in the number of fans who have been going to the stadia.
It's always been the case,
yeah.
And also maybe it's affected by the presence of traditional clubs. Elmina Sharks is a traditional club, so when they play against the Botswana Doves, they've got the numbers. When they play against any team at home, you guaranteed the numbers.
They have a good stadium as well.
And yesterday it was huge in Elmina, so the return leg will also be huge. Both ways, it goes for the two teams. Boga All Stars, you're not going to get a crowd there. Liberty, House of Oak. Liberty have been around for some time now. And when House of Oak, went, to Dansuma, Liberty had a cash, but not a point. It was because they hyped the game, and House of Oak, on a bounce of a winning streak, it's going to affect, attendance. Just like we saw when Kenichi was in charge. It's the same way. When you win, you're going to get improved crowds.
So, improved crowds, does it affect what the standings are on the league table? If you've not been following the Ghana Premier League in a while, the occupant of the first position may surprise you. It's the team from Sogakope, Wafa. They've been consistent, they've been great, they have a slew of records and statistics to back their claim as the best team in the Ghana Premier League now. 32 points, Aduana Stars second, Hearts of Oak third, Chelsea fourth, Bichem United fifth. If you look at that top 5, the two that stand out as those normally who wouldn't be there in many seasons are Wafa and Bichem United. We've spoken about Wafa. What about Bichem United that's made them so good?
They brought in a lot of players. They've got experience, legs in the team now. Lots of them. Their back four looks very solid. You're playing Akwesi champion against Asante Agyeman. They were Asante Agyeman was part of the team that won, the FA Cup. He's in there. Yawabochi is in there. A few players. Yawano has left. The captain, has also left. Issa Adamu is also gone. But they've got Solomon Mensah in the middle, and now they are trying to bring in, some new players. Kofi Bekwin is on the bench. They brought in also Noah Nikwe, who was with Bolga All Stars. He's joined them now in the second transfer window, and they are trying to bring in some new players to the setup. They've also they have a good coach in the person of Anese, and also I think from the start playing in Africa helped bring in some experience. We shouldn't forget Osman Bashiru, the left back, is with them as well. So they've got quality to match, and back to back they avoided defeat. They won at Wa, and then they came home, and then they scored first, but then Aduana Stars came back.
Okay, so if we go further down the table, I mean, we've seen Aduana Stars. Aduana Stars have been strong, especially away. Nobody has picked more points away from home than Aduana Stars.
Yeah, Wafa has also won 3 points, won 3 matches, sorry.
Yeah.
But in terms of the accumulation, then Aduana Stars have got more.
So Wafa have gotten more points at home than any other side. They've won 7 out of their 8 home games in the Ghana Premier League's first round. Impressive indeed. So if you look at the table, you see Mediema, Kotoko, Duals, Wild Stars, Inter Allies, and so on and so forth. So going into the second round, what should we expect so far from what we've seen? Quick reminder that today is the transfer windows deadline day in Ghana. So, Red, with that in mind, what should we expect?
Kotoko have already announced that they've signed Richard Arthur from Wild Stars. They've also secured the services of former Kespen, Mediema, and Ashanti Gold right back. Augustin Sefa has joined them on a free transfer. Chelsea are doing some good business. They are not bringing in new players, but they've released a lot of guys, away. And House of Folk have been quiet on the transfer market. It looks like those struggling would like to fortify. Kotoko are not far from, the top at all. They've got 21 points, 11 points separating them, and the leaders. That means winning 3 matches on a bounce will be good for them. Elimina Sharks' new entrants, how they fared, I think they've been fairly good, in this first part.
So, first round of the Ghana Premier League analysis with Ridwan Ibrahim Asante. Many thanks for your times of the Joy Sports Desk. You can get a fuller review of the first round on the sports page of myjoyonline.com. We have loads of statistics there to help you digest what's been going on in the first round, and write-ups coming up. The second round starts, as we know it, on the 28th of May. I'm Gary Al Smith. I'll be back at 8:20 with more.